This episode is brought to you by LinkedIn. Psst, healthcare pros, word's out, and it's too good to keep quiet. Look, LinkedIn is revolutionizing job hunting, making it possible to search by specialty, shift preference, and salary. Endless scrolling is out. Whether it's a mental health therapist or dental hygienist, finding the perfect role is faster and easier than ever. Head to linkedin.com/healthcare and start your search today.
Walmart Business is in the business of helping your business. Regardless of whether you're building bridges, building spreadsheets, or building lesson plans. Ooh, that looks fun. Walmart Business can help save you time, money, and hassle so you can focus on what you're building instead of what your supply closet is missing. In short, we take care of business so you can do more with yours. We're the Walmart you love, now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com.
Welcome to My Breastie Says, two friends exploring life during and after breast cancer from two totally different perspectives. I'm Chris, a breast cancer survivor and a mother of two.
I'm Jenny, a physical therapist and medical professional who specializes in breast cancer care. Together, we created this podcast to bring both sides of the story, the medical insight and the lived experience.
We'd like to welcome Alexis Lamontagna. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay, Alexis Lamontagna to our podcast today. She is an integrative health practitioner that I personally work with, and I'm extremely selective about who I go to, and I can honestly say that Alexis, as I've said to Alexis in our sessions, she does really, truly have the gift. So welcome to My Breastie Says.
Thanks
welcome to My Breastie Says.
Thanks, you guys. That was such a generous introduction. Thank you.
I mean it. You've helped me through some stuff, and I just thought it would be beneficial for our listeners to, I know that going through, when I went through breast cancer, meditation really got me. I could have used you then too, but this everything happens in its own timing. And
sure.
But yeah, so I just felt like you coming on and just talking about what you do. And
yeah, I would love to learn more about, I know you do meditation. Do you mind telling us a little bit about what it is you do?
Sure. So I work in a few different modalities. My sort of top four are through meditation, breath work, Reiki, and sound healing. All of which have to do with, healing your nervous system and just sort of getting you back in your body and feeling good. So that's sort of how I work. Chris and I have worked together mainly we do some guided meditation and we do a lot of Reiki. And so I've seen Chris through, some times where she wasn't feeling so good. And I feel like we got her back to feeling a little bit better.
So, I mean, I felt like I was going through some personal stuff and then, add menopause to that cocktail. And I really I've always left your space like 100 times lighter.
So do people find you, Alexa, often like how Chris is saying, where she had like some things going on, it sounds like a heavy emotional load, or is it sometimes physical stuff too? Like how do people tend to seek you out or find you?
It's both. A lot of times, as you know, the emotional sort of manifests itself physically. So people will come in feeling not well, both physically and emotionally. And so then once we can sort of get to like the bottom of the emotional stuff and what's going on there, then usually they start to feel better physically. That's sort of the order.
Gotcha.
How did you even get into it? Because I know that you were like doing real estate and doing really
that's a big change.
It's a very big change.
The transition, my gosh. And how did you, tell us. I want to know.
How do you want me to take you back to the beginning? Do you want the long or the short version?
I want the long version.
Yeah, let's dive in.
Get a chance to dive into this. Yeah.
I'll take you way back. So I lost my dad when I was 5 years old to lymphoma. Yes. And so I sort of grew up with quite a bit of health anxiety, both for myself and for the people that I love, for the people around me. Yes. So I was the most anxious kid. I mean, I had all kinds of digestive issues and I just was a very anxious
I imagine like
child,
bad sleeper, like all of the
bad
things.
sleeper, all
Yeah.
the things. Like my body never felt good. I never felt good physically. I never felt good emotionally. And although my mom was amazing, she
Hmm.
couldn't fix, what had happened. And so there was sort of this like, I was constantly seeking, I was trying to feel better in any way that I
Sure.
could. Cut to I as a 26-year-old, I believe. So I had struggled with anxiety for my whole life. And then right before I got pregnant with my oldest daughter, Scarlett, I had a miscarriage, which
Oh.
sort of like spun me out and sent me
Mhm.
over the edge. And so when I had my miscarriage, I was riddled with anxiety. I mean, I had debilitating anxiety and I had anxiety about taking the anti-anxiety medicine.
Right.
Like
Yes.
I just had so much anxiety in my body, I couldn't function. And so a really good friend of mine named Yashoda, I had watched her sort of deal with some like anxiety and depression stuff. And then she had found meditation, and I watched her physically, like, she
Mm-hmm.
didn't only like, I knew that emotionally she was kind of changing. She literally started to look different. Like she was like glowy and her eyes looked different. She just started to look healthier. And I was like, I
Wow.
want that.
How
Whatever.
old was this? What
I
age is
was
this?
20. So I was 26.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to, yes, I was 26.
Wow.
So I started to talk to her. I was like, what are you doing? Tell me more about it. Her teacher at the time was not accessible to me, but I was like, can you like hook me up with a teacher? Like, how do I learn to do what you're doing?
In prior, were
So
you someone who meditated much, or you're like, I know it's good for me. I don't want, what was your
never,
relation? Okay. So you were
never.
just saw the change in her, like, I'm sold.
Yeah, this was like 15, 16 years ago when
Okay.
like meditation is much more like a thing now, but like
For
15,
sure.
16 years ago, like it wasn't even really in my world. I wasn't
Hmm.
like, and so she hooked me up with this teacher who the first teacher I really like we just didn't mesh. We didn't
Hmm.
have good energy. Our vibes it didn't work. And so I went back to her. I was like, that's not going to work. Like, give me something else. So she gave me another teacher, this guy named Light Watkins. Light is literally his name. He is a light. He is
Wow.
so wonderful. We had just a great relationship from the beginning. He was my first meditation teacher. He gave me my first mantra, taught me how to meditate.
Mm.
And I would say from the first, like, I don't know, sounds dramatic, but like the first few times that I meditated, I felt like a different version of myself.
Well, okay. That is incredible. And I have a follow-up question to that because we
Yeah.
often hear, as a physical therapist, meditation is even something we will talk about with our patients now. Like it's become that mainstream, kind of to your earlier point. But I'll often hear like, oh my gosh, I was told to do it. I tried it. I couldn't last more than 20 seconds. But you had a different experience.
Yeah.
And was it
I
you're just suited towards it or
No,
okay.
definitely not. I mean, I'm just like everybody
No,
else.
that's
And
kind of nice to hear.
yeah, I mean, I have a very hard time focusing. Like I'm not somebody that like I love to read, but like I read for 20 minutes and then I'm like, I'm done. I've hit my capacity. Like,
I'm five. You got me
yeah,
by 15.
I've worked up to my 20. But so no, I'm not someone that was
Hmm.
like, oh, this is just gonna like I'm not wired that way at all. But I think the way in which I was taught,
Yes.
and I'm a Vedic meditator, which is basically just means that you're a mantra based meditator
Okay.
and you're not actually trying to do anything. So I think the way in which I was taught was so like I was like, oh, I can just sit here and I can just repeat this mantra and I don't actually have to do anything. And if I have a thought, I don't have to push it out of my brain. I can actually just like let it come and go. It
Wow.
just worked. Like it made sense. Like it clicked. The minute he was like, this is how you do it, I was like, oh, that totally makes sense to me. I can do that. And so
Hmm.
I think that's why
That makes
it works for
a
me.
lot of sense because I hear like I feel like a lot of our type A girlies, I know they're out there listening, um, we get really stuck in the, I want to do this well. I'm putting my time to it. I want to be perfect at meditation. We're probably the ones who need it the most. But you're right. I love the way you reframed that, where it's not like you're sitting here doing it well or doing it any sort of judgment. You're just sitting.
There's no way to do it. There is no way to do it. You're not doing it right or wrong. And I think that
Mhm.
getting rid of that judgment is actually probably the first step in being a meditator, is to not judge your experience.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
As we hear Mochi barking in the background.
I don't hear Mochi, so don't
Yeah.
worry.
I can hear it over the leaf blower outside my window. So
So tell me what happened, Alexis, after, so now you're what, 26 at this age?
26, 26. So at this point, this had taken me a little while to find light,
Mhm.
and to learn from him. And so I had had Scarlett, and then I had
Oh,
had
okay.
Sam right after. They're only 20 months apart. And I had really bad postpartum anxiety with both Scarlett and Sam. And so I was just in this really like difficult place. I had two really tiny babies. I had a newborn and a 20-month
At
old.
27 years old?
27. I think I was 28 by the time Sam was born.
Oh, you started early. Okay.
Yeah. And so that's when I had found light, and he taught me how to meditate, and I definitely started to feel better. But there was a point in time where I was like, I mean, I was a mess. I was diagnosed with postpartum OCD. It's actually something called pure O, which is like pure
Oh.
obsessive without the compulsive disorder. Like I
Yeah.
was having like ruminations. Yeah. So, but by the time I got pregnant with Lucy,
Mhm.
who is now 9, so she's 6 years younger than Scarlett, 4 years younger than Sam, I was in such a beautiful place
Mm.
emotionally. And I was meditating. When I was pregnant with Lucy, I was meditating like 2 or sometimes 3 times a day.
Wow.
And
Oh,
I
so
swear to you, I meditated this child into a state of bliss. And she
oh,
was the easiest baby. She's the
oh.
easiest human. She's our little light. She walks through the world in just this like beautiful way. And I was so happy after I gave birth. No postpartum anxiety, depression, nothing. It was
It
amazing.
really
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Oh, Hilton stay, your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. Enjoy comfortable rooms and friendly service when you stay with Hilton instead. Save up to 25% this season when you book with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Terms apply.
meditation really changes you. It's something that when I was at my low, like saying going through chemo and stuff, and I think it was my husband because he meditates daily, and he's like, you got to do this. And finally, when I did it, but stuck to it, it's almost like, why do we have to? We know that this works. We
Mhm.
know that like we feel better after doing it, but it's so hard just to initiate that, like, and really just sit and take that time for yourself.
Well, I think it's like with anything that you don't enjoy doing, but you know is good for you. Like it's the
Yeah.
same thing with working out. Like you don't want
Exercise.
to work out, and you're not really, usually, most people don't enjoy it while they're doing it, but you feel so good afterwards that you're like, oh, that's why I do it. And you continue to go back to it.
And what you both were describing, I think a lot of people can relate to just feeling like a mess, whether it's because of scanxiety or you just feel terrible because you're in treatment still, or all of the complicated emotions. And it's on the one hand, it seems like how on earth could I sit still and quietly in a time like that? But I think what you're saying is this is the best time to do it, correct? Like that it'll really make a difference.
Absolutely. It's when you need it the most.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I just want to clear up for some listeners too that meditation isn't associated with a specific religion, correct? Like you can practice
Absolutely not.
whatever you practice. Could you touch on that a bit?
Yeah, there's so many different kinds of meditation. you can do, and none of this is associated with religion, like background, nothing. But there's walking meditations, there are nature meditations, you can do a driving meditation, a sitting meditation, a meditation where you just tap into your senses, and you can do it anywhere at any time. If you're feeling like you just sort of need to come back home and come back into yourself and come back to your body and call your energy home, you can literally do it you can do it standing in the line at the grocery store. I mean, it's something that, it's interesting. I teach my kids. My oldest has a mantra. I took her to one of my other teachers, Jeff Kober, who's also an amazing teacher in the Valley. And he gave my oldest a mantra. And she is a 15-year-old girl, and she has hormones, and she has friends, and she has school and sports and all the things. And so she's been, I've said to her on a couple of occasions lately, like, maybe you should meditate, like, just like throwing it out there. Of course, I'm not going to push it, because the more I push, the more she'll push back.
Yeah.
But she has said to me recently, she's like, I use the things that you teach me. I do actually use the things you teach me. Sometimes I use my mantra, and sometimes I'll meditate even when you don't think I am.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Frankie. So Alexis and I have girls that are in the same grade, same school. And that's really how we connected, I think,
cool.
right? I mean, we knew the same people, a lot of the same people, but it was the girls and us going for coffee one day. But yeah, Frankie, the same thing. She'll do guided meditations, and I'll ask her, and she'll be like, no, I do them before I go to sleep. It's hard because you want to say, this works, do it, and it'll help you through this time. But, I think especially teenage girls, they go the opposite way.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know. But it is a tool that I feel like everyone should have sort of in their back pocket at every age, because it is something you can come back to at any time,
and
literally in any moment.
Hearing too is me being one of these type A girlies, is when I've tried to meditate in the past, I make a big deal about it. Like, everyone be quiet. Don't bother me. I'm turning off my phone. I am sitting. The incense is lit, or whatever is going on. And I think, okay, I'm going to sit here at least 20 minutes, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, which I definitely don't recommend this attitude, because it's like too much.
All or nothing.
Correct. It's very all or nothing. Is there like a minimum amount of time? Like, even if I just, like you do, a minute and a half, like, is there some amount that will still have a benefit, or even like 30 seconds has a benefit?
I think just being in the moment, if even for 30 seconds, and coming back home to yourself and coming back into your body, and just being mindful and aware is enough to make a difference.
Oh, love hearing this.
Again, like, literally no judgment around it either. Like,
that's the thing, right? The not judging yourself, because then you're not really benefiting from what you're doing, right? You're judging yourself. That's the opposite. You're just creating more stress.
So, like, if you're in the grocery store and you're like, I have 30 seconds to stand here, like, whatever. I'm not going to, instead of picking up your phone and scrolling Instagram for 30 seconds while you're waiting in the checkout line, if you're like, I'm just going to do a 30-second meditation. So I'm just going to look around. I'm just going to notice that there's a purple color over there. Now I'm going to take a breath, and I'm going to notice that I smell the rotisserie chicken. And then I'm just going to start to rub my hands, and I'm going to feel the heat that starts to, the friction between my palms. And then I'm just going to tap into my hearing. What are my ears experiencing right now? What do I hear? And just whatever, literally that 30 seconds is going to change the way that you move through the next 20 minutes of your day.
And you were just checking in with all of your senses, correct?
Yeah. Just checking in with your senses. That's a meditation in itself. Sorry, Chris.
That's okay. I'm sorry. I was jumping in. Sorry. But when I was coming to you, I felt when I was so stressed, and I think we have another session on Friday, but I'm excited. But I feel like when you're stressed out, you stop breathing.
Yes.
And you're so stiff, and even I feel like meditation for me, yoga also, which is a combination. I just like leave your house or studio or the gym when I'm doing yoga, and I'm like, oh my God, would I have been breathing for the rest of the day? Not the shallow breaths, but like you forget to breathe and have that sense and look around, like you're saying, and take things in.
I
We're
was
all
reminded of that last night. I've mentioned my pup is going through some health issues and I'm very anxious. And I'm someone who used to have panic attacks like 20 years ago and things have been better, but suddenly that anxiety was coming back. And I was remembering hearing from a therapist in the past, if you're breathing, you won't have that full-on panic attack. And so the importance of breath in those stressful moments. And now as I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, everything's meant to be. I've been so stressed out right now. This is my sign to start doing these 30 seconds.
Well,
Yeah.
also, I would love to do a guided meditation,
Oh, that's a
especially
great
because
idea.
I feel like this is the holiday season and people are on autopilot, just
Oh,
buying and consuming and not really
trying to
being
get family in
grounded.
order and all of it. It's so much, right?
Yeah. Do you
We,
want me to guide you?
I was gonna
Do
ask
it.
you,
We would love it.
can we
Yeah.
do a little group, a little 3 group meditation?
Let's do it. Should we do
Okay.
like yeah, let's do it.
Whatever you feel, Alexis, you're the
We're in
boss
your
here.
hands.
I don't necessarily have one prepared, but I'll just guide you through.
Great.
Awesome.
So I'm just going to invite you to either find a soft gaze or close your eyes. And for our listeners, if you're driving, I'll invite you to come back to this meditation later. And I just want you to start to notice your breath. Maybe notice the rise and the fall of your chest. Maybe there's a rise and a fall of your belly. No judgment around your breath, nothing to change. I'm just going to notice. Maybe you can feel the breath in through your nostrils. Maybe it's cool. Maybe you feel it out through your nostrils or your mouth. Maybe it's warm. And as you notice your breath, maybe just start to soften. Soften into the seat beneath you. Maybe you're on the floor, in a chair, on a sofa. Just allow your body to be held. And get heavy and get soft. And now I'm going to ask you to move to the crown of your head. And just imagine the crown of your head opening up and a beautiful warm ball of healing oil spilling down through the crown of your head into your body. And allow this oil, this healing balm, to coat the inside of your body. And let it coat the inside of your forehead, your temples, your nose, the inside of your mouth, your ears, the back of your head, your jaw, your chin. Let that oil feel warm Maybe it feels safe and comforting. Let it drip down the back of your neck and your throat. Really feel that warmth as it starts to move through you. Let it drip down into your chest, your shoulders, your back, your shoulder blades. Let it move into your arms, your upper arms, through your elbows and your wrists. Let it pour into your hands and your fingers. And let that oil coat your abdomen, your belly, your mid and lower back. Maybe as that oil is coating the inside of your body, just soften even more into the seat beneath you. And let that oil continue to flow down into your seat, into your hips and your pelvis, into your thighs, through your knees, into your shins and your calves, and down into your ankles, your feet, and just let it flow through the ends of your toes. It feels so warm, so cozy, so comforting. Just sit with that warmth for a minute. Really take it in. And when you're ready, let's take 3 deep and meaningful breaths together in through the nose and out through the mouth. And in through the nose and out through the mouth. One last inhale, seal that goodness in, and let anything go that's not serving you. Start to rub your palms together. When you're ready, you can blink your eyes open.
I needed that so much.
Oh, same here.
Me too.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alexis.
You're so welcome. That was my 9-year-old asks me every night to guide her through a meditation at bedtime, and that was what I guided her through last night. So you got my 9-year-old's meditation from last night.
That's so sweet.
It is sweet.
Alexis and I are also neighbors. Can you come up the street and guide me to bed too?
I'll just tuck you in, give you a quick meditation and a kiss and a goodbye.
I'm like, Dave, don't worry. It's the whole thing. Oh my God, I love that. The one thing I wanted to ask is like, what was the pinnacle? Because you came from such a stressful, different world of real estate, and then, making that change is a lot of people, a lot of women, especially in their midlife, are also trying to find their next chapter
Right.
and what resonates with them. So I just love that you did that, and I just want to mention that and really kind of
Thank
just
you.
ask you about that, just to give some inspiration. And how you did.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, thank you for acknowledging how hard that is and, that it's not easy for everyone and it is a big decision to make. And I was in luxury real estate for 20 something years on and off. And I really was struggling. I just wasn't happy and I just sort of knew that that wasn't my purpose. It's not what I was meant to do. And so my husband actually had been kind of like, you got to make a change, you got to do something. And this world has always been my world outside of real estate. It's Reiki and meditation and health and wellness has always been something that's been just something that I've been so interested in. And I've always kind of practiced just like intuitively on my family. And so I knew that it was more than just doing like practicing on my family. I just wanted to be able to give all of the tools in my toolbox to other people. And I just really like it's so meaningful to me. I mean, Chris, I think you know like how I feel about this. I don't even feel like it's work. When I do my job, I don't feel like I'm working. I feel like it's this beautiful exchange of energy between me and this other human being who like I get to help and in turn they help me and it's just this amazing it's been such a gift. It's just been such a gift. And so really like it just took me figuring out what was next for me and everything has really it's been so amazing. Everything's really fallen into place like
What
fairly
was the hardest
easily.
part of making that switch? Because I'm sure listening to it, I'm like, wow, it sounds like it just fell into place. But I'm sure at the time it didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
It was so hard. I mean, financially, things are definitely like look different than how they did before. And my mom was my partner for the last 20 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
family and business, even
Family
harder
and
to
business.
try to break
Okay.
up or separate. Not break up,
Yeah.
but yeah.
And I never wanted to disappoint her. I never wanted her to be upset. I never wanted her to be disappointed. So, really, like telling her that I wasn't going to be working with her anymore was the absolute hardest part of the entire thing.
Oh my God, I
Can
can't
imagine.
imagine.
Wow. Yeah.
I make it sound easy. It was agonizing.
Well,
It was agonizing.
Nice
literally took a
hear.
leap of faith. So
Yeah, it's nice to hear about someone who takes a leap of faith and then the reality of it wasn't all easy and there was a lot of challenges, but look at the benefits and the growth and it's really
Yeah.
incredible.
and
Thank you.
how much you're helping so many people. I was at Alexis also does sound baths, and
Ooh.
they are, I mean, it's transformative. It is just a wonderful space. And I feel like the women that are attracted to you, it's just like they're all, everybody has a common ground of healing and wanting to support at each other. And it's really beautiful. So
Can you
Thank
explain,
you.
Alexis, what a sound bath is?
Yeah. A sound bath is sort of a form of meditation. So, what happens is I bring you into my space and you lay down and we do maybe a quick guided meditation. Sometimes I'll do a few minutes of breath, just depending on how how the people in the room feel. And then basically for my sound baths, it's usually 5 different crystal sound bowls, crystal singing bowls, um, an ocean drum. I have.
beautiful. That ocean drum. Oh my,
You love that ocean
I
drum.
love it. It just sounds like rain, and I
Mm.
don't even know. I love it.
Yeah, there are so many different instruments, but the rain drum is definitely it's a very popular
It's
one.
a crowd pleaser.
It's a crowd pleaser. The koshi chimes, people love the koshi chimes.
And so as people
It's
are there, they're just
yeah.
they're meditating.
Yeah, it's basically you're really not doing anything. You're just laying there and you're enjoying the sound bath. And what happens normally is you kind of go into a meditative state naturally.
Mhm.
This is for another podcast, but like there's physiological changes that happen in your body while you're listening to these different frequencies.
The science nerd in me loves that. I think that's so cool.
But yeah, we can, that's a whole other
time.
Yeah, different
But
time. But
people
it's
who don't have access to you, there are like sounds you can download, right? And like almost do it yourself. So if you don't live in the sound bath capital like we do here in LA.
Absolutely. Literally there are a gajillion different playlists on Spotify. If you just type in sound bath on Spotify, you can come up with, a million different songs and ways to experience it.
Well,
Sometimes when the kids are when like there's stressful times in the house, I'll put it on.
Yeah.
They want to kill me, but then I can see like the energy is like a little like,
Yeah.
Chris, that is brilliant.
Yeah, I'll be like, it's like low in the kitchen, in the background on the Sonos speakers, and then all of a sudden they're like, "What?" Oh, mom and her stuff. It's funny that I'm from Jersey, and I'm definitely, I wasn't like this before cancer, by the way. I didn't,
Really?
No, I wasn't.
What do you mean by like this? You weren't like
I
into
wasn't into the holistic. I worked out all the time, but not like I wasn't doing like yoga, meditation, nothing. I was
more
like a
woo-woo
true
stuff.
Jersey girl that doesn't, East Coast Jersey girl, but not, not this age. I think the girls in Jersey probably probably do meditate now or whatever, but I
I
wasn't
see what
so
you're
far
saying.
in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw the benefits when I was faced with cancer and going through that, and I saw the benefits of meditation and grounding yourself and really just trying to get through that period and what it did for me personally, and how it made me feel so present and really just enjoy every minute I had with my young babies at the time. And so
And
it's got
I
me
hope,
through it, and
yeah.
now I'm sold, although it still is hard once in a while for me to get back. And that's why for a better term, use Alexis, or for people that aren't in LA, they can, like what you said, Jenny, go on Spotify or a guided meditation, because doing it on your own sometimes just to kick it off, it's good just to get in the habit and be accountable somehow.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
have access to Alexis or any other meditation, energy, Reiki, all of it.
Yeah. And I hope our listeners will take away too, unlike me, where I had this grandiose idea that the mystical meditation had to be a certain way in a certain time, that no, it's actually probably we could all do it. It's not so scary or big, and it could even be thought of as prayer, right? Prayer is really a form of meditation, right?
For sure. It absolutely is. I saw something yesterday actually that was really beautiful. It said something like, I'm going to butcher it.
Oh, wait, did you post it on your
Prayer, I
Instagram?
did. It was like
Wait.
prayer is talking to God, meditation is listening. It was something like that, which I
Oh,
thought was so amazing. I love
I
that so
saw
much.
that and it resonated. Prayer is talking to God, meditation is listening.
Yeah,
What,
I loved that.
and your Instagram is your name, right? It's at
Yes.
Alexis Lamontagna, Lamontagna. So people can
Yes.
find you. Where else can they find you? Is there a website too, Alexis?
I'm working on my website.
Okay,
Okay, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned for my website. Instagram is the best place to find me right now.
but
Perfect.
you're also I'm so excited about these retreats that you're doing as well. So
I know.
there's a whole, which I think I'm joining in January.
And I can't wait to get you doing breath work. It's going to be so amazing for you. There is going
Okay.
to be so much just stuff that moves through you.
Oh, it's
All right. So we're
amazing.
gonna have to have a breath work episode as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love this meditation for the holiday
I'm gonna
season.
come back to it for
I'm going
sure.
to come back to it and replay it. People that are listening can come back to this episode. They can replay it, and this is such a great gift that you gave us and the listeners to do a guided meditation with and have access to it. So
This is wonderful. Thank you
thank
so much,
you.
Alexis.
Thank
So great
you.
here. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much for having me. You guys are awesome. Chris, I love you.
I love
Mwah.
you too.
Aw.
Bye.
Bye,
Take
you
care.
guys. See you soon.
Thank you for joining us today on My Breastie Says. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this with a breastie who needs it. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Please don't forget to support our sponsors. We donate a portion of proceeds to charities supporting cancer patients in need. And we welcome questions and or topic suggestions. So please submit at mybreastiesays.com.
The conversations on My Breastie Says are based on personal experiences and professional insight, but they are not intended to replace your medical advice. Always consult your doctor or licensed healthcare provider for medical guidance specific to your situation. We're here to support, not prescribe.
See you next time.
Bye!